Well, we faced a lot this year, and I guess it was apropos that we play our game in a blizzard, couldn't see the lines. I have to say, look, it was. I actually think the referees did a great job. It was it was just a tough game, just all around. We had to change our game plan coming into the place once we saw the snow on the field, and we had to completely change. And I give the guys a lot of credit because they did exactly what we were hoping to do, to be honest with you, based on the conditions. We talked about set pieces, how important they were going to be. And we talked about how we felt that we could get, especially in the second half, down the channels on them. And so when we brought Eric on, he makes a great diagonal run, gets the second goal, and, puts us in a really good position because we knew we were going to suffer some onslaught late in the game with them just hitting balls long. And it put us under pressure a little bit, but I thought that the back line did a great job, and Timmy as well.
Next question goes to Sean Goodwin with the Kansas City Star. Sean, your line is open.
Peter, congrats on first place, obviously. And not sure if you know, but you guys now hold the records for the greatest season-to-season bounce from 11th to 1st. Just with that in mind, and now you guys have finally done it, how proud are you of the guys and their mentality to get to this point?
Well, I'm proud of the guys. I'm also proud of the staff and the club. And the reason being is because, last year was a very tough year for us with all the injuries we suffered. And, it was a really tough year in that regard. And I felt bad for the guys because I thought we had a very good team. And it just, some things just didn't go our way. But more importantly, the injuries just were too much for us to overcome. And I say the staff also because what the staff didn't do is the staff didn't panic. We've always been in it. Unfortunately, the year didn't go as we had planned, but we stayed the course. We stayed to who we are. We remained loyal and committed to our culture, and we believed. And so this has been a tough year, but I have to say for us to be able to achieve first place in the West based on the circumstances, it was incredibly difficult. And then when things changed at points per game and then we had games canceled, it's easy for the guys to have mentally checked out in certain situations. And they found a way each time. And so I give them a lot of credit in this year for the mentality that they've had. We all have to endure all these new things, and the guys have adapted and adjusted and found success. And so I'm proud of them, and I can't say enough good things about them and the staff.
Next question goes to Ali Trost with Sports Radio 8 WHB. Ali, your line is open.
Hey, Coach, and along with clinching the number one seed comes home field advantage with all of the difficulties and travel and all of the changes in that regard. And then when you factor in Sporting Kansas City and Children's Mercy Park allowing fans, just how crucial was it to get that home field advantage through the playoffs?
It's a big goal of ours every year. We always want to, in some way, shape, or form, be in the top 2-4 to get some home field advantage. And so when we got, we weren't sure when it was 3 games ago and they were getting canceled on us, we started to get concerned because now all of a sudden we're losing opportunities, and we have an incredible respect for the other teams in our conference as well in the league. And so what we were nervous about was and concerned about was the fact that we might, as you guys know, not hold destiny in our hands. And so, somehow with a couple of different results, next thing you know, we came down to this last game. And again, I tell you, tonight was, you guys probably saw it on TV or whatever, but it was amazing on the field. It was just, there's nothing you could do. I mean, couldn't even play all that well, but we found a way. And so I say it was big for us. It's big for the club. It's big for the city. Home field advantage is obviously much more important when you do have your full stadium, but having some fans is big, is really big. And so hopefully, I don't know, I'm putting it out there. Maybe we can increase the number for our first playoff game. That'd be great.
Next question goes to Daniel Sperry with Last Word on Soccer. Daniel, your line is open.
Hey, Peter, you said you had to change the game plan up a little bit. What do you have to do to the game plan when you're playing in snow that's borderline ankle deep?
Well, we couldn't build out of the back. That was a given. We had to be very concerned about them playing long balls and then picking up second balls. And you couldn't take chances when it came to, any balls played directly in. You just needed to really clear them. It wasn't a game to be bringing the ball down and then, trying to find the open man and keep in possession. And then the other is that we had to have a lot of runs out of midfield. And then the forwards had to really make diagonal runs and try to get in behind. And the timing of all that stuff had to be on as well. And so, I think the second goal was definitely a big, it took the pressure off. It took everything off. But the second goal was exactly, like I said, what we talked about. And that was a big part of going into the second half to try to play into those channels, because we really felt when Eric came in, it was going to be a place that he could exploit them.